If you don't know about this book by Dave Barry, the comedian, The Shepherd, the Angel, and Walter the Christmas Miracle Dog. I've talked about it before, but maybe you're new. If you haven't found it or read it, I encourage you to do so. It's a great read aloud for your class. There's one little bra section that you might want to leave out, but it doesn't take away from the story. And if you don't want to read it for your class, read it for yourself. And Phil, I'm sending this home for you this week so that you can read it. It's a quick read, but it is funny, it is nostalgic, and it is warming to the heart. How do you feel about fidget toys? I know they're all the rage. They're supposed to help our students focus, but I really struggle with fidget toys. I find them to be distracting, noisy. The students often are doing things with them and showing it to their neighbors, so it's not only distracting them, but it's distracting the neighbors. Don't tell anyone, I have taken all the fidgets and hidden them in my classroom because I just need a break. And even the quiet ones like the gels and the putties and things, those often end up in the carpet, so it's just so frustrating for me. But I think I've shared with you that every Christmas, well, we start in October or November, we make pot holders. And this is what they come out with. They start out like this, looking a bit like a canoe, but we keep at it and they end up looking like this. Some are more symmetrical than others, but this is not a video on how to learn how to crochet. Look, this student advanced to double stitch. Many of them have advanced to double stitch, and they love it. They absolutely love crochet. Look at the picture. I started teaching them on November 15, and the very next morning, this is when I opened the door to let them in. This is what I was greeted with my students all lined up crocheting, and it just touched my heart. And in fact, yesterday I was at lunch duty, and I was missing some of my athletes and, like the hardcore soccer football team. And I thought, where are they? They're not the kind to go hide or skip out. And I don't know, I thought, well, I'm just going to go look in the classroom. They're not going to be in the classroom. They're never in the classroom during recess time. But look what I opened the door and found. They're not supposed to be in there alone, but, I couldn't scold them because it touched my heart so much. I just took a picture and told them that I loved them instead. But every year the students want to go on. This year we're moving on to beanies. My friend Kathy has come to help us learn how to make beanies, and who knows how far we will go. Wonderful Stanley wants us to make little animals and take them to the children's hospital. And the students are so excited about that idea. Will we get that far? I don't know. But yarn is a good thing. And here's the thing. It is gender non-biased. The boys love it. The girls love it. Everybody loves it. I mean, who wouldn't want to get something like this? Or this? Or this? It's just appealing. It is very sensory. It's something that they can do and create, and it's not tying. Well, getting back to the fidgets. I have several students in my class who need to keep their hands busy. They really do. I know that. But what am I going to have them do? And there's times when crochet, they're crocheting all the time. They take their crochet to chapel during deer, or not deer. They need to be looking at their book during deer. During read aloud, they're doing it. But there are times when I need them to do something that's more simple. And I don't know why it's taken me so many years, but I finally thought of something, and I gave it a try this week, and it worked. And it starts with the slip knot. And your students probably won't know how to make a slip knot. Mine surely didn't. But here's an example. I have a student who got in trouble this week in music pretty publicly. And when he went, he was taken off the risers and he was ticked. He was so angry that he got in trouble. And I waited a little bit, about 2 minutes, and then I went and I got this ball of yarn. And he is an expert crocheter now. He is on to the beanies for sure. But I said, I want to show you something that you can do with just your fingers. So I made a slip knot. And then I said, maybe you did this when you were a kid. I did. I don't know why. Maybe my mommy taught me. And you just keep repeating the slip knot over and over and over. And it creates kind of an interesting chain. It's essentially the single, it's how you begin crochet with a chain, but minus the hook. And then this loop will get too big, so you just shorten it up a little bit. And then you keep going. Shorten it up. It's very sensory. And I have to tell you, I also think it teaches a lesson that life sometimes needs adjusting, and you adjust and you just keep going. It's a hidden lesson. To my joy, my student, within about 5 minutes, he had made quite a long chain, and he was calm. He was completely calm. And by the time music was over and the teacher came to talk to him, he was calm, and he was able to receive the instruction from his teacher that he needed. So I am going to replace my fidgets with slip knots, at least for a time. You can use any size yarn you want. Look at this interesting chunky yarn. It even has glitter in it. I got this at Walmart for $8, but if you go to Joann's with a coupon, a 40% coupon, it'll be much less. I had one of my students who needs to keep his hands busy all the time. He kept going with a skein just like this, and it was so nice looking that we put it on our classroom tree as a garland. You might want to get one of these yarns for every student because they do need things to keep their hands busy, but they need to be things that don't make things worse, right? It doesn't create a problem, that they each can keep their hands busy and actually create something that they can use. I also showed my student, I've showed multiple students this, it's very satisfying when you get to a certain point just to rip it all out. Oh, it's so satisfying, and they even said it was satisfying, and start all over again. Now, I do need to tell you that with my yarns, not with these projects, every day I get someone hands me something like this. You know, there are many lessons to be learned with yarn, life lessons, but I hope that you might give this a try in these weeks leading up before Christmas or any time of the year to help our students be able to focus and help us to keep our sanity too. I wish you the very best, and I look forward to being together with you again in January. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas with love.